Welcome back to another CoasterB overview top 3. In this one, we'll be taking a look at February 2021, and I'm just going to jump right into it. And with this one, we're going to take a look at Cloud Adventure by Vendetta, I think is how you say their name. And they're just kind of interesting. They got like this sort of steampunk, sort of carrying that same sort of thing that we had last month. But this one we have this sort of air steampunk, which I really like. But yeah, I don't think I've seen Vendetta before as a player, so this is really cool. You got the wooden coaster going over these clouds, using the green screen as a sky. It's really clever. But yeah, like using these boilers throughout this wooden coaster, flying through these. You got all these boilers and pipes connected to these tanks blowing the fire into these hot air balloons. You got little fans blowing, keeping it up in the air. I don't actually know how. Someone did suggest using pushing P while you're outside the UI, but it doesn't work, so I don't know. But yeah, you got little ceiling fans, which is a clever use, using some rings in here and some different pipes and boilers. And also here, the colors you got here are just pretty, very pretty. Yeah, very, very good use of all these pieces here. And then coming through here, you come around here, around this sort of observatory or lighthouse, I guess you could say, which is kind of cool. I like how there's sort of a lighthouse, sort of landing pad here. And then you got pipes connecting to the rock here. You got a little, I guess, bridge here with a fence coming around, which this bridge is really, and this fence is really beautiful. Really like how that looks, and use of the rings to make some clever layups there. And then using the rings again to get those cool rivets on that piece. And up here as well. Coming this way, you come around here, you got another connection with these fans, and then you dive into this sort of cables suspension bridge here. That's very cool. You got this little cutaway section here, and a little parking lot back here, I think, which is quite funny. And then, yeah, you also got this really cool entrance. I like this entrance for the park, having like suitcases, a cutaway of these flying machines, and like suitcases and seats in here. Makes it feel like it's an aircraft that's docked. That's really awesome. And then you have these like sort of, I don't know, electrical plugs plugged in. You got another place where people can land. And yeah, the entire like sort of bridge is very beautiful and great use of these pieces. With these tiny little air blimps as well as like buoys. Like don't enter here. And then I also love how these are also like holding up the sign to Cloud Adventure. It's just a really cool little piece, a little touch. Coming over here, you got some nice roofing, with a cool like use of the rides. You got like buoy rides. I don't know what you call these, but it looks super awesome. Over here, you get the block break run through here, and these frames to get this really cool fence look. But yeah, you got the block breaks going into the station, with these holding up a ton of pieces up here. Maybe it's an assembly building, which is a cool idea. I love how it's sort of actually, yeah, it is assembly building. It's like pulling them out. They like levitate up, and then it pushes them out. That's really, really cool. But yeah, it's just like a whole factory to just produce them. Then you got this greenhouse over here, which is really pretty, with this sort of clock tower deal up here. Very pretty and great use of all these different pieces in here, these poles and all that jazz. Then you got pipes connecting up to this top center, and you got this motor you made out of some cubes and pistons and beams, which looks really, really pretty. Some nice glass awnings and glass pieces throughout here. And the way that you sort of covered up this lift hill is really pretty. I love that. Then you got this building on the side here. Maybe like a separate building. I don't know what you would do this in, but it looks very beautiful. The pieces use, again, very nicely done throughout here. And then over here you got another bridge for docking purposes. And again, continuing it, that is very cool. I do like how they're different colors, sort of insinuating that, hey, these are like, different stations. And the other nice thing I like is that you're trying to do these brick sort of centers, or these brick columns. That's really awesome. I like that. But yeah, you got this massive airship here. Just sort of, chilling here. Chilling like a villain. And yeah, it looks sick. It's a beautiful design. These airships are beautiful in design. It's very, very cool. Yeah, I guess we'll take a look at it at night now. Yeah, it's just so cool. The use of like the landing pads and everything. It's just so amazing. With the wooden coaster going everywhere and these pipes and everything. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention is you got this area over here. Now I don't know what this is. It might have been like maybe a crash, possibly. Maybe that's what it is. But I really like how it's sort of incorporated into there, and the springs. Yeah, that looks like what's happened. It crashed into there. So yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. The lighting isn't too crazy, just some regular white lights. Do have some nice little red lights on top, because, air and stuff. But yeah, it looks very, very nice. Sorry for yawning. I'm not yawning at how boring it is. I'm yawning at how cool it is. That made no sense. Because it's cool, evac route up here as well, which goes all the way up to here, or maybe like a maintenance thing, and it wraps all the way around, and then it comes over here. Like, this is super complicated, but like it comes over here, and then you can go back down again, or you can go back up. You can go up further and go up on this layer, right? This layer, which is really awesome. I like that. That's a really cool touch. And you got this cool, like, sort of central part of the building. Yeah, this was a really brilliant build. Yeah, really cool. Really, really impressive. I think maybe missed a light there. Oh, I guess it would have blocked the ladder then, yeah. But yeah, really cool build, Verdana, for whatever, yeah. Good build. Alright, and next we have a build from StudioCavy? Yeah, StudioCavy. Called Paradise Lost. It's a high fantasy themed diorama consisting of the Elven Fortress and a dreamy forest of spirits. First off, the colors on this build are beautiful. I love the use of the cyan roofs up here, and the little bit of a tan goldish color that the coaster has. And then these tree colors are beautiful. I love how they're sort of these soft pinks and soft pastel colors. Really just brings out this castle. And I love how the coaster sort of intertwines through the whole, like, roots and vines and everything of it. Yeah, it's just so beautiful. The use of the dandelions in there to make, like, the tree branches going over. I think you're using, like, pillars here. If I'm understanding that. Yeah, you're using curved pieces to get those root pieces. And then you might hear a helicopter sound in the background, sorry. Then you got all these hundreds of cubes. Well, not hundreds. Okay, you actually calmly did it. And yeah, you got the coaster flying through there. Oh, the top, or the swinging ship sort of flying through there and poking its head up. I love that. I love that it's connected to this dome here. That has the pillars and big dome. And all of that. Got all the plants and the fences. I just love this build. You got these lanterns that sort of hang across these, like, cypress plants. You got some beautiful supporting here. And then this roof is insane. 1,000 cornice peaks. You got a carousel underneath this roof, which is a great use of, like, a circular, piece. Hiding it very well, actually. You got a little aquarium, I guess? I think aquarium. Or maybe a book. And I love that the bridge is where the coaster actually goes up. That's really awesome. I love how it sort of arches through there. Yeah, that's awesome. You got some use of these lattices. Yeah, that's really clever use. These fantasy roofs I've never used before. That's a good use. Ooh, you put a cylinder in there. I like that. Got nice potted plants, little trieme down there. And again, nothing too crazy. It's just sort of copping it over and building it out. You know, getting these arches in, using those pillars to get those beautiful little arches. Using those sort of curved pieces to get some beautiful, like, airy type deal. And I love how this sort of, like, you know, aqueduct sort of just pouring the water through. I love that. Yeah, that's really awesome. I love that. Yeah, that's actually so awesome. Yeah, I really like these, curves here. And the sort of balcony out here is really awesome. I really like that, and a great use of these big domes. I keep forgetting to use these pieces. I definitely should. And you even put grasses down there. Yes. Perfection. Let's take a look at it at night. See what it looks like. You got some nice little, colors on the swinging ship. You got some great, like, sort of sea colorings. And then the lighting through here feels very Robo Flamingo, which is amazing. I absolutely love the colors in here. And then having the gold and cyan sort of take over this side of the map. I really love that. Yeah, this was a fantastic build. So yeah, definitely check out StudioCavy's video. I think StudioCavy should have a video on this, and that'll be down below if there is one, a link to it. You got this little dockyard down here as well. Oh, that's cool. Got these little hanging bobs or whatever, just, you know. But yeah, it's just such an impressive build. I really love what you're doing, StudioCavy, so keep it up. Seriously, you got some amazing builds. But yeah, definitely go check out StudioCavy's video, and channel, because they do great things. But yeah, with that, we'll move on to RoboFlamingos. Alright, and so let's move on to RoboFlamingos right here, with what he said, what he had to say. I'll just let it play in the background, while I do my talk. Celestial Slideshow attempts to literally whisk its visitors into a fantasy world above the clouds where they can forget about their worldly troubles just for a day. View one of the many high-flying acts or be part of one on Aerial Stunt Spectacular, the park's wooden coaster. So yeah. There's got this crazy, great use of the green screens to, like, make it in the air. And then you got, like, this hot air balloon type deal going on here. Which looks sick. You got this entrance, which is with the hot air balloon deal. I just said that. You got this little hammer thing where you, like, you know, you ding it and it goes zoonk. You know, the zoonk. You got the circus. Did you make this? How did you make this? Out of pavilion roofs. Oh. And then lots of flags. And then cool, great, use of all the pieces to make an airship. And a ceiling fan. Very nice. Coming in this direction, you got a little party cannon. You got a popcorn stand, another little circus booth. And then down to here, you got the entrance for the ride. Coming back over here, you got two hot air balloons. Maybe they're like sort of the racing line, I guess. You got this plane, the greatest show off Earth. That's clever. You got the emergency landing zone over here. I really like how you have these pillars in here. And then you got some cool, like, you know, platforms hanging over the place. I really like how you supported the roller coaster. It's really cool that you put these I-beams everywhere. Yeah, that's really cool. And then also you sort of supported the whole coaster as well, which is really impressive as well. Yeah, using these arches and everything. Then you got these balloon arches. You got the pickup. And then over here, you got this part supported by like these flying circus fans. And it's just lovely. I love the use of the clockwork here. That's just a perfect use case in my opinion. And then you got it like just sort of like being held up by like balloons and bubbles and all sorts of gimmicks and, you know, things, and it's just amazing. And then of course you have your fireworks over here. You got a little booth sort of held up by balloons. And this one is also held up by balloons. No animals in there though. And then you got the rest of the track still supported by that. I really love that. That's really cool. You even got this like biplane sort of coming up from underneath. And you even got a little piano sort of floating. This is just such a cool build. I really like where it went. It's just super amazing. And inflatable ball as a hot air balloon is clever. Oh, that's clever. Got a little ticket stand. Your planters are like absolutely beautiful. I don't even know what to say. Those are beautiful. You got these random chairs. Maybe someone stand on them. This is crazy. You have a rivet. You have like all these thousands of pieces in here to make this sort of circus stand. But it looks sick. I love that. And then using that as a basket as well. That's cool. Yeah, there's the firework. Yeah, it's just such an impressive build. And at night, it's just so pretty. You got the beautiful colors just sort of radiating out. I love how you did it, like, just sort of, like, it's just whimsical and, fantasy-type colors, like, just, like, you know, all the colors. I just love it. It's a gorgeous build, Robo. I actually haven't seen this in person, so this was quite a surprise for me. This is really cool. It's very simple. There's nothing too crazy about it. You got some nice clouds in the bottom there. But yeah, that is a very cool build, Robo. And with that, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys would like to check these out down below, the links will be down below. But with that, peace out.